how do I remove a stock mix screw that is stuck? Great question. If you've used a D-bit and you've tried to pull that mix screw out on a single carb and that fails, you have a few options. One, you can take what's called a transfer punch, and it's a little piece of metal about yay long usually. You can get a set at Harbor Freight for 20 bucks, give or take. And you're gonna find one that closest fits the diameter of the hole for the mix screw. Put it inside there, gently tap it with a hammer, and it's going to center punch the mix screw. So what you're then gonna do is take a tiny drill bit and drill a hole in that, and from there you will use, hi everybody, thanks for all the waves, hi. From there you will use a screw extractor, bolt extractor kit to pull out the screw. You gotta be really careful because it is brass. So if that fails, I would say one of the first things that I usually do is soak the mix screw with panther piss. And panther piss it comes in a little can, and it's usually known by PB Blaster, but my buddy started calling it panther piss, and so that kind of stuck for me. But spray that in there, let it soak for a couple days. If it's a bike that's been sitting for a long time, it could be super stuck. Let it soak, take it out, clean it off with some acetone, and then you can apply with a butane torch a little bit of heat. Now before you do that, you want to make sure you've removed all the rubber components from the carburetor. Everything rubber or plastic, if it gets warm, it's going to melt. So anything rubber or plastic, take it off the carburetor, strip it all the way down, and apply a little bit of heat with a butane torch to that air fuel mixture screw. So that's usually the first thing I'll do. Hello from Portugal, Europe. Hi, thank you. That's usually my first step if I've got a carb that is just a pile of crap. If it's absolute crap and it looks like it's been sitting at the bottom of Lake Erie for 100 years, obviously after the ultrasonic bath, it's going to get that panther piss and a little bit of heat treatment. It's normal to get a little bit of smoke after you've used the PB Blaster. Some of that solvent's going to get in the threads, and if you heat up the carb body, it will smoke out, even though you've cleaned it with acetone. The idea is really with the acetone to get most of that stuff off the carb to reduce the amount of smoking and mess you're going to make. So after that, you can then step to your D-bit. You can then try your drilling, bolt extraction. Be really careful with the carb bodies though, because if you break the aluminum casting of the carb itself, they're really, really hard to replace. You can't buy them new anymore, and you're gonna have to buy a crappy one on eBay. So that basically answers how do I remove a stock mix screw that's stuck.